Coming to you from sunny California and the Great White North. Get ready. We are breaking down the obstacles on the Armchair Ninja Podcast. Hello and welcome back to the Armchair Ninja Podcast. It is Wednesday, May 25th, 2016. My name is Rich, and with me once again this week is Bijan. How you making out?
Doing good, man. What's up?
Doing good. You like the new podcast intro? How are we sounding?
Oh, yeah. I love it. I was dancing. I'm ready good to go, man. Amps me up.
Yeah, everybody seemed to like the first one better. I tend to prefer it. I did tweak a little bit. I hope it still sounds all right. Yeah, it's all good. Last week's episode was a big hit. We're hitting like new records for downloads. It's great. And we had a blast recording it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Jeff, man. He was an awesome guy. He stayed even after talking to us. Really good, humble, just chill, awesome guy.
Yeah, I think that's the format I prefer. I have to say, when we've done interviews in the past, it's been great. It's been really great to talk to them, but it's always felt a little uncomfortable, and I feel like that format suits us a lot better. Having a co-host is more fun. It's more conversational.
Yeah, it's a lot. The conversation flows a lot better, I feel like.
Yeah, so look forward to that in the future. We'll see if we can get anybody else that has 2 or 3 hours to spare as we struggle through technical difficulties and all kinds of hassles that Jeff was kind enough to stick around for. And
yeah, let's hope that does not happen again.
Yeah, so if you didn't hear your question, it may have gotten asked, and it may have gotten lost in the shuffle, unfortunately, but it was still lots of fun, and we'll definitely be doing that again sometime. So this week I've actually want to try to keep it short if I can, because, if you might have noticed, we've released this early this week because I am going to be hitting the road to Philly here in a couple of days, so I have a kind of a condensed time frame to get this turned around.
Yeah, are you excited, man?
Oh my God, I am unbelievably excited. Kids are excited. It's going to be a big road trip, and we just can't wait to do it.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a family affair. I forgot about that. So your kids are going, and are you going to be part of the press or just part of the audience?
It's kind of up in the air at the moment. I think I'm going to try to be in with the press, but if I can kind of swing both, I'm going to see what I can do. I'm getting some emails back and forth now that makes it sound like I might get some access to some of the behind the scenes people, which would be great, and I can't really pass that opportunity up, but I definitely want to be out there as part of the audience, screaming and cheering along with everyone else when I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you, man. Definitely keep us updated of how that experience goes, especially if you get part of the press one. You know, everybody always wants to hear kind of like what it's like behind the scenes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So this week we're going to talk about, there's a first look trailer that's out, and that was really awesome. So we're going to talk about that for a minute. We're going to have an announcement of the American Ninja Warrior All-Stars. We've got some news from Casey Catanzaro. There was a world record attempt for pull-up, or sorry, world record, not attempt, it's a world record
for most pull-ups in a day.
Yeah, it was broken. So the world record was broken for pull-ups, and it's related to Ninja Warrior in an off kind of way. We have some news about Akbar, and we've got, that's about it, actually.
Yeah, we're going to keep it short, right, Rich?
Yeah, we'll keep it short. Just 10 topics this week. We'll be good. Yeah. So the first thing I wanted to bring up is what we'll call our video of the week. It actually is the first look trailer for this season, and it is the first trailer that really, really captures the spirit of the show and really got me amped up for this season. How'd you think of it?
Yeah, dude. Oh, it was so perfect. Like, I love the fact that they start with the showdown between Jeff Britton and Isaac Caldiero. It was such an iconic moment of the show's history and the sport. And they really emphasize just how big of a moment that whole thing was. And then they go on to just talk about how the sport has grown over the year. Its explosion with women, and also, what'd they say, over 70,000 submission videos this year? That's insane, dude.
Yeah, over 70,000. We watched like a couple dozen a week, and it about drive you crazy after a while. How do you get through 70,000 videos?
Oh, I feel so bad for whoever has to sort through that stuff.
Yeah, 27 new obstacles. And I think they captured just the spirit of the whole show so perfectly. It was high energy, celebrating the everyday person doing these incredible things. And they talked about the spirit of the show being so, and the spirit of the sport being so cooperative, and highlighting the fact that Jeff went over and congratulated Isaac. And that's just a perfect moment demonstrating what the show is all about. I think they just nailed it, really.
Yeah, I think the producers really heard just what everybody was talking about last season and is fully embracing what the sport kind of has been viewed as for a lot of the viewers this whole time. It's more of a sport about camaraderie against this course. And I really like the fact that they're emphasizing the everyday man angle. You're not really seeing a lot of these professional athletes being featured. You're seeing a lot of these people that are almost obsessed with the course in their training. You saw a guy like doing a salmon ladder over fire, and a guy like running on the top of a train. I mean, these are like really cool shots and stuff, but it shows just like the crazy levels of commitment and things people will do just to get on the show and train for these particular obstacles. It's really, really cool. Really tell everybody, please watch this video. It will get you so amped for this upcoming season.
Yeah, it's a really good introduction. So if you have friends and family that are wondering, what is this American Ninja Warrior thing you keep talking about? If they haven't seen the Casey Catanzaro video, which everybody else has seen, this video, I think, introduces it very, very well.
Yeah, I couldn't say that better myself.
So something else that's finally coming out, something we've been waiting for, is the American Ninja Warrior All-Stars that was filmed last summer.
Man, I thought this wasn't going to come out. Were you like worried that they were just going to scrap it?
Yeah, I thought something must have gone wrong with the filming of it, that something had gone horribly wrong. They didn't have film in the camera. I don't know what went wrong, but it's crazy to bring it out almost a year after it was filmed. But on Sunday, May 29th, we will finally get to see the American Ninja Warrior All-Stars competition, which other people are calling the Skills Competition.
Oh, I hate that title. Who says that?
I think it was Jamie Ron that actually posted it and called it that. Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie, but I do not like that title. The Skills Competition? Come on now.
Maybe that was like the title they were giving it at the time as they were trying to figure it out.
I guess. All-Stars is much better, and I like how it's a callback to Sasuke.
Yeah, there was a description from Pinnacle Parkour Academy, and it showed a picture of them in front of this warped wall, and it says, "Ever wonder how high the warped wall can get? 4 elite ninja warriors will find out." So it kind of sounds like they're gonna. And the other description here I got from somewhere else said, hosts Matt and Akbar select teams of 5 competitors who vie for the championship trophy, featuring 5 supersized skills and obstacles.
Oh, so these are like really like modified obstacles, like to boost up the difficulty like exponentially? Is that what we're going?
I don't know. And here's the thing, right? So I don't want to dig too much because I don't want it spoiled. So I can't go like trolling all the forums trying to find all the information. That's as much as I could safely get. But it does sound that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. Should we? There are some not previews, but there are some news stories out revealing some of the performers on the show. Should we reveal it, or should we just skip over that?
No. You go ahead. You found that piece, so yeah. If you can share who's going to be on the show, that would be great.
Okay, this isn't necessarily everybody that's going to be on the show, but we definitely know from a news release that on this particular special, there will be Jeff Britton, which is quite interesting because he wasn't able to compete in the U.S. versus the world competition due to a sickness. So maybe this was filmed before or maybe a little bit later after that competition, and he healed up. But there's Jeff Britton, there's Brent Stephenson, there's Casey Catanzaro, which I am a big fan of her being there, Flip Rodriguez, Brian Arnold, big thumbs up for that one as well, Joe Moravsky, Jesse Graff, Kevin Bull, and Lance Pekas. What do you think about that roster?
That sounds about right. That's about who we'd pick too,
right? Yeah, if I was thinking of like a bunch of competitors for it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I really hope Drew Dressel's part of it. And there's a few others that I can name, but that's almost nitpicking at that point. We definitely have some of the main top stars of the show being on it.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds really cool. I can't wait to see it. I've been waiting a long time to see it. So the timing of it is a little odd. So
Yeah.
we'll...
No, there's been no promotion. I mean, that's the crazy part.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll probably... Yeah, we're going to get to do that for next week's episode, I guess. We will be able to talk about that before the actual first episode of the show airs. Yeah, I think we should.
Do we know if Isaac Caldiero is going to be on the show? Did you see his name roaming around for these?
For the All-Stars?
Yeah, for the All-Stars last year, because he was part of all the other specials.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I think they probably would have featured him or mentioned him if he was, so I'm going to say probably not.
Oh, man. But wouldn't it be so awesome if you had like Jeff Britton leading a team and Isaac Caldiero leading another team?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Wouldn't that be so fun, man? Oh, I really hope that happens. That's going to be that's my guess, is that we have two teams because they said they choose the teams. Isaac Caldiero, the captain of one team, Jeff Britton, the captain of another team. Let's do it.
If that didn't happen, let's make it happen. That sounds like a really, really good episode.
Yeah, especially nowadays, you got even more drama to the story.
Oh, God, yeah. Next year's Team Ninja Warrior, we got to get that make that happen somehow.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that was very cool. We can't wait to see it, and we'll be covering it, of course. Moving on from there, we had, as you mentioned, very awkwardly, there was a world record that was broken for pull-ups, and this high school kid, this 17-year-old, did over 7,000 pull-ups. Like, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Andrew Shapiro, he did over 7,000 pull-ups in just a span of 24 hours. I mean, and I think it says more about just his age and his commitment to breaking this world record. I mean, this kid must have trained for almost a year to get to this point, right?
Yeah, he actually put a lot of things. He didn't join baseball that year, even though he normally plays. He was training like in small sets, like doing like 10 pull-ups a minute, and he was watching Star Wars and other films to kind of awesome. break it up. And he mentioned that he was really inspired by American Ninja Warrior, which is why we bring it up. That he wants to be on the show. He's too young to compete right now, and this is. It sounds like he's actually pretty smart. He figures that something like this will actually help him get picked to be on the show.
Yeah, you think? I'm pretty sure he's pretty much locked in to be on the show.
Yeah, so he just has to keep that hype going for 4 years, and he'll be all set.
Yeah, I think, when he finally creates the video, the producers of American Ninja Warrior have a really great story in that. Not just that, he did this entire thing because his father's battling cancer right now, colon cancer. So it's a really good story, and the producers love these types of stories. You have to imagine he's primed for it, even if it's 4 years later.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll link that story. We're going to link all these things, all the videos and all the stories that we find along the way. Yeah. He actually broke 3 records, and I can't remember all the numbers, but they'll be in there. So he broke like the most pull-ups within an hour and within 6 hours or 12 hours or something. Anyway, he broke like 3 different world records by doing this.
He's a teenager. He's not even an adult yet. That's crazy.
Okay, and the next topic we have is about Akbar Bajbiamila, who is a hero. We actually meant to cover this last week, so we're a little bit late on this one. But he got an LAPD commendation for basically helping them apprehend someone who did a hit and run on a police officer. That was really, really a cool story.
Yeah, props to him. We make a lot of jokes at his expense oftentimes, but he really is a really great guy in real life, and this is really cool of him. And just shout out to him. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I feel like there's got to be. We had to play one now. Let me see. We'll go with this one.
Look, it takes time. Everybody gets their time to shine.
And it's his time.
This is Akbar's time to shine, right? So he has So what happened was, I probably get some of these details wrong, but bear with me for a second. He's driving actually to a filming of American Ninja Warrior last June, I believe it was, and he saw a vehicle swerve into a police motorcycle and knock the police officer down and speed off, leaving the officer down. So Akbar positions his vehicle to block the oncoming traffic so the cop doesn't get hit, checks on them, and makes sure that they're okay. And once he realized the police officer was all right, he took off after the person who did the hit and run and got out his cell phone and was got into a 90-mile-per-hour chase through the city, and managed to get some cell phone pictures of the license plate. So they caught the person who did it.
That's cool, man. Not just that, the police officer that he rescued, or I don't know, rescued, but, checked on, that person's children actually watch American Ninja Warrior and are fans. So it's really cool.
I think most kids are at this point, aren't they? Like, it seems like kids everywhere are into the show. So, no, it's great.
Yeah.
And he's very humble about the whole thing. So if you watch, we'll actually link, God forbid, to TMZ, because they had a little interview with him. And
I love the disdain in your voice.
TMZ, yeah. TMZ is not my favorite.
Well, there's a Daily Mail article as well, if you want that.
I kind of like the spirit of the TMZ one. It's very informal, and he's joking around with them and stuff about the whole thing. But he's very humble about about what he did, and it's pretty cool. The last topic we want to talk about is actually our good friend Casey Catanzaro has been named one of Sports Illustrated's fittest 50 women, which is very cool for her and for Ninja Warrior in general. She makes such a great spokesperson for the sport.
Yeah, she gets a lot of flack just because they kind of highlight her a lot, but that's really not her fault. And not just that, she's such a good spokesperson and just a good person in general. If you're hating, you're just being a hater, honestly. I'm really happy for her. She really deserves it. Obviously, people can point and be like, oh, that person's more fit there, or that person's more fit. But honestly, the entire list is subjective. That it's always a subjective matter. So I'm really happy that she was chosen and highlighted on this list. And yeah, it's really cool, man. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like that. Absolutely. So, I mean, as much as I love her to death, I get the hate sometimes because, man, they will just hammer her into the ground on the show sometimes. But there's a reason, because she draws so many people, and not just viewers, but competitors. There are so many women that have joined the sport, and we now get to see so many more athletic women being competitive on this show thanks to her drawing attention to the sport. So, there is a lot that's owed to her for that feat that she accomplished by completing a city finals course, which we had never seen before.
Yeah, and exactly, and she's such a good spokesperson for these women and girls that really look up to her as well. She's really open to talking to people. She doesn't really come off like she's better than anybody. She's just a very open, friendly person. So I'm more than happy for her and ecstatic for her.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? It's kind of a strange thing to praise her for. Maybe, I don't know, but I keep thinking back to last season when she failed on the trampoline in Vegas, which was pretty gut-wrenching as it was.
It was heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, but she comes over and she's crying, and I felt even worse. And when Christine looked at her and she said, "It's okay to," and Casey says, "It's okay to cry." I thought that was a fantastic message. Like, why should she be? She's got no reason to feel bad about crying, right? She's upset. It was devastating. We've seen grown men on the show cry. We've seen Flip get upset enough to cry on the show, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's something you've trained hard for all year. You're disappointed. You're emotional. It's very public. It's just a very trying experience. And for her to say, "Hey, that's okay. Yeah, I'm upset. Yeah, I'm crying, but that's okay. I'm going to come back next year and I'm going to try it again." That's an amazing message for everyone out there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can speak to it more because you're a parent of 3 daughters, but, if I had a daughter, she would definitely be somebody that I'd want to show to my children and be like, hey, look at this person. She's crying and she thinks it's okay, but not just that. She was more upset, not that she failed, but that she let people that were looking up to her down. And she said, I'm going to come back. I'm going to do better. I'm doing this for you. It's not for me. It's for you. And that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think that's why I get kind of passionate about her and Jesse and Megan and Michelle because I have daughters and because I like the message of these women deliver that they're so inspirational and they show that women can be strong and they can compete on the same course, at this escalated level. And I just love them all to death. I think it's great.
Yeah.
So that is it. We are keeping it short for once. We're going to be under half an hour. Look at that.
Oh, isn't that amazing, dude? We made it.
I don't know how we plowed through, but we did. So if you're listening right now and this is the first episode you're listening to, I'm hoping we're going to get a lot new listeners. I really highly suggest you go back one episode and listen to our Jeff Britton season preview. It's one of our favorite episodes, and it's one we would highly recommend for you to check out.
Yeah, and also look forward to next week. We're going to have a really good special episode for the All-Star Special, and we're going to be breaking down the course, breaking down what happens, breaking down the runs. It's going to be a really fun time, and this is what we're going to be doing throughout the entire season. So get ready, guys. Get on this train with us.
Get ready. We are breaking down the obstacles on the Armchair Ninja Podcast.
You just had to go there.
I had to. Yeah. Oh my God. I was driving my wife crazy with that the other day because I was re-recording it over and over and over, just trying to get it right. Never was really happy with it, but what we got, that'll work. We'll go with that one.
I'm sure she doesn't want you to ever say that ever again.
Yeah. She's probably cringing in the other room right now. So that is it. One thing we did mention last week. So we do have 2 affiliates, actually. We have On It, which is for exercise equipment and supplements, and they have this thing
Alpha Brain.
Alpha Brain is the big one that they push. If you were interested in trying that out, come by our website ninjapodcast.com. Click on the link. If you have an ad blocker, you will have to disable it for our website, which I found it myself because I have an ad blocker and I couldn't see it when I was trying to get the thing on there to begin with. And we also have Atomic Climbing Holds, who, if you're not familiar, Atomic makes some of the most iconic obstacles on American Ninja Warrior, including Cannonball Alley and the hang climb in Stage 3. So if you're looking for climbing holds, stop by our website, ninjapodcast.com, click on the link, and we have a discount code of podcast, which will save you 10% off your purchase. So that is it for this week. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can find us on Twitter. That's @NinjaPodcast. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and you can reach us by email at rich@ninjapodcast.com. So once again, thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a great week.
Peace and love, y'all.